The Plexus 2200 overlay is a mattress overlay system which should be applied over any regular spring mattress. When applying a Plexus 2200 overlay, you will have straps which go over each four corners. You would want to ensure that all the straps are tightly secured around the mattress for patient safety. Now that our overlay has been strapped down to our regular spring mattress, you may go ahead and inspect the mattress for further instruction and installation. You would like to unzip your Plexus 2200 overlay top sheet in order to inspect your air manifold connection to the cells. This is the air manifold here, and this is the cells. They are connected with male and female connectors, which would able to separate by using the push lock, engaging that and releasing the female from the male side. You want to ensure that all male-female connections from your cell to air manifold are firmly connected. On the foot section of the air manifold, you want to ensure that your air manifold is not twisted or kinked. If there are any twist or kink in the air manifold, it will cause an obstruction in the airflow. Simply untwist the air manifold so it is straight to relieve any kinks. After inspecting your air manifold for kinks, you may connect your tube set to the air manifold. Your air tube set is what will route the air from your air control unit, which will hang on the footboard of the bed frame, to be able to inflate the air overlay at all times. You would like to make sure the hose snaps in place firmly to the unit to ensure proper connection. On the back side of your air unit, you do have your hanging brackets, which would allow you to hang your air unit from your footboard. So our hanging brackets are open. We would hang our unit onto our footboard. Make sure our tube set is connected firmly. You do have a power cord which should go underneath the bed frame towards the head section towards a power outlet. The outlet does need to be grounded for a proper electrical and safety function. Always ensure that the power cord is firmly connected to the side of your air unit in the power receptacle. After inspection of your air overlay has been made, tube set has been connected to the air unit, and your power cord has also been connected to your air unit to the grounded electrical outlet, you may see the yellow light on your power button. That would signify that your unit is receiving power. In order to inflate your air overlay, you may go ahead and power your power button by depressing that once. Once you activate power to your Plexus 2200 air unit, you have a lock button, a max inflate, and soft and firm comfort control settings. The soft and firm comfort control settings allow for patient comfort to be adjusted easily, as well as max inflate is good for initial inflation of your low air loss overlay, as well as for patient egress and degress when they get in and out of bed, because they would need a firmer surface in order to stand up from the low air loss overlay. As well as nurses and caregivers may use the max inflate in order to care for the patient, change dressings, and position the patient, turning the patient side to side. Making the mattress firmer will help with those tasks at hand. If for any reason max inflate is activated on your low air loss overlay, it does have a patient safety of 30 minutes. After 30-minute time, it will automatically shut off and go back to the normal operating comfort control setting selected. Once a comfort control setting has been selected for your Plexus 2200 low air loss therapy for your patient, your lock button may be used in order to disengage the control panel from any function use. You can no longer power off or change your soft and control firm settings if the unit is bumped. The only function you would have allowed would be this max inflate button to help inflate the mattress for patient egress and degress and for patient care. To activate and deactivate your lock mode, you would want to press your lock button down, hold that down for 3 seconds, and that will deactivate it or activate it. For preventative maintenance purposes, you would like to ensure to check the filter location on the back side of the unit. You may do this by first powering off your air control unit, disconnecting your air hose from your unit by pressing the release button on the tube connection and pulling to separate it from your air unit. Once your power has been turned off and your hose has been disconnected, you may raise the air unit from your footboard and turn that around. On the bottom side of your air tube connection, there is an air filter location. Simply pull and remove this air filter out as such. Rinse out your air filter under warm water. Squeeze out any dirt and debris. Get a dry towel and squeeze out any moisture and water droplets in that dry towel. You may place the filter back when you have dried the filter. Moist is okay, but do not place the filter back wet. Your filter should be checked twice a week recommended, once a week for sure. Please remember, do not operate your air unit if the filter is not in place. Once your air filter has been checked and cleaned, you may resume your low air loss therapy as normal. Simply hang your unit from your footboard, connect your tube set to your air control unit, make sure your power cord is connected, and you may power back on. The Plexus 2200 low air loss overlay is a 36 inches by 80 inches wide. It does have a weight capacity of 350 pounds. The top sheet is oversized for low shearing, and it is vapor permeable to help with moisture buildup. If your Plexus low air loss overlay top sheet does get soiled, you may clean the top sheet with a mild and soap and water solution. You may spray it down with a spray bottle, wipe it with a damp cloth. You may dry it with a dry cloth. Please do not use any bleach or ammonia on any of the top sheets. If your air unit does have a little dirt on it and you would like to wipe down the surface, please do not spray anything directly on the surface of the air unit. You may spray down a damp cloth, wipe the surface with a damp cloth, then dry it with a dry cloth. If air unit cleaning is needed, please ensure that the power is off and there is no electrical power connected to the air unit. If the air filter of your air control unit is not checked frequently and it does become blocked and clogged with dirt, it may cause your air unit to overheat, which will tend to blow hot air into your air tube in order to inflate your low air loss overlay. Overheating of the unit may cause the air overlay to seem hot to the touch. It may also cause any instances where you may find a hole in your tube set just after the connection from your air control unit. This is due to the hot air melting the tube set around in that section. If your tube set does have a hole in it from the hot air of the air unit overheating, you may power off your air control unit, disconnect your air tube from your air control unit. You may get some scissors and cut the air tube connection at the hole at that point. The next thing you would want to do is slightly unravel the rest of the tube connection that's around your tube connector. Once you have removed all excess tubing from your tube connector, as such, you may take your tube connector to your air tube and twist and push firmly until your tube connector is firmly inserted into the rest of your air tube. That would repair any air holes that would be in your air tube caused to the air unit overheating. After all repairs have been made, simply reconnect your air tube to your air unit and power it back on to reinflate your low air loss overlay.